Hey everybody, this is Sarah Bailey. How are you doing today? Today I want to talk to you about a really great book. It's called Go Givers Sell More by Burg and John David Mann. These are two fabulous authors, and they also wrote another book called The Go-Giver. These are great books, and if you have not read them yet, you've got to pick them up because they can make a huge difference in your relationships with your family, friends, business associates. It can actually have a really positive impact on your life, and I highly recommend that you get them. All right, in this book, there's a great chapter on rapport. Sometimes I get distributors asking me, Sarah, how do I connect better with my prospects? You know, I just can't establish a good connection, or things are not working for me. So one of the first things I ask them is about building rapport. Now, some of the best salesmen in the world get that way, not because they have the gift of gab, they're slick salesmen. The thing is that the people that are the big fast talkers and the slick people, they aren't the best salespeople. The best salespeople are those that can establish a great bond with their prospects. Listen, people like to do business with those that they know and like and trust. If they like you and trust you, they're much more likely to do business with you than if they don't. But how are they going to establish trust unless you can establish a connection with them first? Does that make sense? So in the book about building rapport, they recommend a very common method called the FORM method. F is for family, O is for occupation, R is for recreation, and M is for either money or message, depending on who you're talking to. So for family, you're looking for a common connection with them. So let's say you're talking to your prospect and you ask them about their family, and they say, I have a 14-year-old daughter who's got straight A's, and they're really proud of that person. They're really proud of their child, and that's great, they should be. But you can fall into a trap here, so you got to be careful. If you come back to them and you say, oh, that's awesome. I have a 14-year-old daughter too who's got straight A's. She just got accepted to Harvard. She's a valedictorian and she's a championship lacrosse player. And by the way, she's an Olympic swimmer. That's not going to work. That's not establishing a good connection. In fact, it'll probably turn that person away from you. So make sure, like if they talk about their family, that you allow that person to shine. This is about allowing the other person to shine and to be able to talk about themselves, and you're getting to know them. Okay? So let's say they have a daughter and you don't have any kids at all. You could say, isn't that great? You know, congratulations on your daughter. You must be very proud of her. Remember when we were 14 years old? And then you could take a trip down memory lane. All right, the next one is occupation. O is for occupation. Talk to them about their current job. Ask them what they like best about what they do and about what they like least, and just the general working conditions and if they're happy or not. If they're not, you know, you might say something like, oh, I might have a solution for you. But don't push it. You're not going to push your opportunity on these people, okay? R is for recreation. This is just about getting to know them. Recreation, ask them what they like to do for fun. Maybe they like to go skiing or swimming or hiking. Maybe they like to read books. You're finding ways to connect with them and to have me too moments, okay? So find something, you know, that they like to go do. M is for money. Or message. If you're talking about money, you could ask them about things that they would like to do or have, but they don't have the money to do them right now. And then your opportunity may be a way for them to be able to afford the things that they want to do. Again, but you're not going to be pushy with them. When you're building rapport, you're just getting to know them. And the other thing for M is for message. Find out what's important to them in their lives. In their whole lives, what are they really passionate about? Do they have any causes they support? These are all things you can do to find out more about your prospect. Now, when you're building rapport, make sure you smile, that you don't finish their sentences for them, and that you don't talk too much about yourself. If you end up having an opening to talk about your opportunity, that's great, but just keep it light. You want to pull back a little bit and not throw up on them with your opportunity. This is the time that you're building rapport. You're getting them to know and like and trust you and determine whether or not they want to do business with you. But it's also for you to determine if you want to do business with them. Hope this has been helpful. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I wish you all the success you desire. See you soon.